what I do, what I do, what I do, what I do, why I do, what I do. Y'all know what time it is. Act like y'all the only ones. Act like y'all don't know what time it is. What I say all the time. It can happen today, kids. It can happen today. I ain't playing with y'all. I ain't messing with y'all. Ooh. Off-white Sunseekers at the marina.
Forget a Phantom. I like to buy yachts when I get the fever.
The Obamas spoke last night. That's right. Bring your ass. Bring your ass. Bring your mofo ass. We got 2 more minutes before we start this audio extravaganza. Do me a favor. Like it. Share it. Invite your friends. Tell them if they can't watch me, tell them they can listen to me. GCPR.live. You know, it's a humble request, that sort of thing. You know, that's what we do around here. We try to help each other out, you know what I mean? We try to help each other out. That's what we try to do around here. Oh, yes.
Yes, bitches.
Yep. Good morning. Look at Mama Bear. She called me a darling, and I don't know how to act. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, like, share, tell your friends if they can't. It's like, but I want to watch him. Well, I can't watch him. I've got stuff I got to go do. GCPR.live. Look at this. Jay Thomas is already over in the Facebook chat, but she's going to be all over the place, so y'all get ready. Let's go ahead and hit the radio. Let's hit the radio. Oh, snap. Chucks is over here. Chucks is showing up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:55 Eastern Standard Time, 6:55 Central, and it is time for the sound of coffee on GCPR and streaming all over, including TikTok. How you guys doing? My name's Thomas Bishop. I'm known as the villain. Damn, I look good. No, for real, seriously. Damn, I look good. This show is brought to you in part by Glitterwix. Go to glitterwix.com and check out the hottest, freshest, newest scent on these candle streets. It is called Villainous. It is inspired by yours truly, Thomas the Villain Bishop. Yeah. So, night 2 of the DNC. Yeah. Oh my God. Do me a favor. If you are over on the TikTok streets, like the live, share it, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your cousin and them. If you are over in the YouTube chats, please do the same. Please like and share. Let your friends know, that loudmouth Negro with really black fingernails is on the radio again. So night 2 of the DNC happened, and I like to call it all the music Donald Trump can't play. All the music Donald can't play. It's the music that Donald can't play. Yes, Brandon over in the YouTube chat, we are going to talk about the infamous ether that Barack Obama laid out last night. We're also going to talk about the infamous ether that Michelle Obama laid out last night, because look at her. Okay, we see G, we see you, Miss Thomas. We see you over there. We got you. But yes, they did a roll call featuring music Donald Trump cannot play. Man, they was putting it on their ass last night, boy. They was putting it on that ass. By contrast, if you look at the Republican roll call, it was very demure.
West Virginia, 47 votes for Donald Trump. Michigan, 12 votes for Donald Trump.
Meanwhile, last night it was like they was playing YMCA for real. Little John showed up. Listen, let me help y'all understand something. When Little John shows up, you know you have done something.
Yeah!
You know you have done something. When Little John is in the building, you know you have done something. And he turned down for what? All the way down a flight of stairs? Like, listen, bruh man was tired. Like, he didn't look like he was tired, but he was, yeah! DJ Cassidy was the name of the gentleman that was playing the music. I don't know who it was that they got that was calling out the names, but bruh man he really looked uncomfortable. He's like, oh God, the music's so loud, ah! And I got 2 bones to pick with 2 different states. Okay? I got a bone to pick with 2 different states. I'm going to start with the state of Kansas. Okay? Dust in the Wind was right there, y'all. Dust in the Wind was right there. You mean to tell me no Dust in the Wind? None? By Kansas? Like, come on, man. All we are is dust in the wind. Kansas City, it's right. You, for real, it was right there. It was right there. No Dust in the Wind. Plus, how is it that Kansas was wearing Kansas City Chiefs jerseys, but Missouri wasn't? What are we doing right now? Which brings me to Missouri. What were y'all doing? What the hell were y'all doing? Y'all have like a 3-time Super Bowl champion team in your state. You have not just one of, but one of the greatest independent hip hop artists of all time. Somebody that is respected across all 50 states in Tech 9. What were y'all playing? What the hell were y'all playing? What was that? What was that? What was that? We couldn't get no Caribou Rum. We couldn't have got Tech come up there. Come on. You were on the national stage. People all over America know who Tech 9 is. I know y'all couldn't play Red Kingdom because number 1, it's a Chiefs thing. Number 2, red in a sea of blue. We get it. We understand. No Tech 9? Nothing? Nothing? Like, oh, Chris Lotus over in the YouTube chat. What's happening? No Chiefs jerseys? No Royals jerseys? No Cardinals jerseys? Y'all couldn't award Sporting KC shirts? I mean, the KC Current. There is a professional women's soccer team in Kansas City. Y'all couldn't have worn no jerseys. Y'all couldn't have had at least the team captains for the Kansas City Current up there. What are you doing? Y'all come up there and like,
Well, this is Missouri where we do a whole lot of things and we're trying to get everything done.
and then, hey, all of you people who voted president, don't think I don't know what y'all did, man. Don't act like I don't know what y'all did. That president was,
You guys got rid of Joe Biden. I'll just mark president. I don't care about that Kamala Harris.
so, again, Missouri, what the hell were you doing? It was right there. It was right there. And y'all talk, both Kansas and Missouri disappointed the hell out of me last night. Dust in the Wind was not playing by Kansas. Dust in the Wind was not playing by Kansas. Georgia brought down Little John. Nelly, you mean to tell me you couldn't have had a collab between Nelly and Tech 9 for the state of Missouri? Really? Word? For real? Oh, snap. The Irish Eyes is up in this building.
How you doing, Gil? How you doing?
You, for real? Nelly and Tech 9 both still live in the state of Missouri. You couldn't have got both of them? Couldn't even got both of them? You see, Michigan came out there with Lose Yourself. That is the theme of Michigan. That is the theme of Michigan. Lose Yourself. Eminem's like, we made a theme, an anthem. We don't play around here. Michigan came out there to represent. They played Lose Yourself. All of Michigan was represented. University of Michigan, Detroit, 8 Mile, 7 Mile. Like, lose yourself in the music, the moment. Like, Kansas City has Tech Nine. St. Louis has Nelly. You couldn't have got the both of them. I mean, for hell's sake, the other night, the damn head of the damn union was like, in the immortal words of Nelly, it's getting hot in here. Took his shirt off. That would have been the perfect time for y'all to have Nelly and Tech Nine up there. You disappointed us. You disappointed us. And how is Kansas got more pride in the Super Bowl winning champion Kansas City Chiefs than Missouri does? That I'll never understand. But when they did the roll call, I did notice something. Because they did Minnesota and California last, because that's where the two candidates, the two candidates are from. All right, so Minnesota, obviously Prince. If Minnesota had played anybody else other than Prince, I'd have been pissed. I'd have been pissed off. Come on now. Like, and then they acknowledge that. And where the purple reigns. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then California slides through. Let me tell you something. The official theme song of California has to be California Love at this point. It has to be. It really doesn't have any choice in the matter. It has to be California Love. And I was like, okay, we're going to hear California Love eventually. We're going to hear California Love. We're going to hear it. And they did. Cool. But then they played Not Like Us, and I started dying. I'm like, yo! A whole ass song about a pedophile is being played at the Democratic National Convention. Gavin Newsom is an asshole, and I'm here for every single ounce of it. I'm there for all of that. I'm there for all of that. I am there for all of that. Leticia over in the chat, over the YouTube chat, she is in the house. We got the regular Sound of Coffee morning crew over here. We got the regulars coming in. You know, we're the regular schmegglers. We're the regular schmegglers. And here's the crazy thing. Every single song that was played during that roll call was cleared. As opposed to when Trump does something and Celine Dion has to come out of nowhere and go, if you play that song again, bitch, I'll sue you. Cease and desist. Like, Celine Dion was like, hey, cease and desist. Your ass. Don't play my shit no more. So every one of those songs was cleared, which means Kendrick Lamar was like, oh yeah, you can play that. Good. They played all right. I told my wife, I was like, at some point, I know all the hosts over on Fox News heard we gonna be all right and kick the whole television and knock shit down on the ground. They was over there tripping. I can't believe they played the cop hater song. That's the song that hates cops. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. If you listen to the lyrics, yeah, we can say we hate Po-Po for sure. What are they? Like fragile butterflies and we can't touch their wings? I can say I hate anybody. I can say, hey, I hate anybody in America. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. So, hey, Fox News, we hate Po-Po for sure. Get mad. Get mad. Put on a cape. Now you super mad. I don't give a shit. But anyway. So they played all right. Then they played Not Like Us. They only played the instrumental, which is cool. Because I could imagine Gavin Newsom talking and then you hear in the background going, say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1. That would have been awkward. That'd have been awkward. That'd have been awkward as hell. That would have been awkward as hell. Like, but it was like a celebration. It was like, yeah, all these votes for Kamala, yeah, right? And meanwhile, Donald Trump over there, the RNC shit was silent. So a white woman up there going.
And now, Michigan, 45 votes for Donald Trump.
Woohoo!
Yeah!
Woohoo! Meanwhile, last night it was like, wah! Yeah! We give so-and-so all these votes, yeah! Ha ha! Just happy. Just a damn party. Just a freaking party, man. That's a whole ass party. And then Chuck Schumer came out. I get it. Chuck, it was Chuck, then it was Bernie Sanders. I'm going to tell y'all something. If they had put Bernie Sanders after that rousing ass roll call speech, it would have killed the whole night. Listen, Bernie Sanders has a way of bringing your ass back to reality. Bernie is not playing with y'all. Just want you to know, while you're here partying, there are workers at your local Amazon that will have to piss in cups because they will have to pee in cups because of what happened. I'm just telling you, while you're over here enjoying the Little John and you're enjoying turn down for what? We should be turning down subsidies to these billionaires and corporations. Like, Bernie will kill at you. Listen, Carla Frank has become a subscriber over the YouTube chat. Thank you, Carla. I thank you so damn much. Eventually, I'm going to have a subscriber thing over here on the Sound of Coffee. I just don't have any gifts for you guys. Like, I'm just saying. Like, you know. Bernie, listen, Bernie will make you pay attention. Bernie, you can have that one party coach or that party teacher, you know, in the class, it's like the day before, it's like the last day of school. And then that one teacher that you have is like, hey, man, we're going to play a little music. And then Bernie's like your last teacher of the year. All right, settle down. Settle down. What you all need to understand is, even though you have passed to the next course, that the work does not end. It does not end at summer. It doesn't end. I want you to know that even though we are here partying, your fellow classmates will be doing summer school. Like, you couldn't put Bernie after that. You couldn't. You could not have put Bernie after that. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Bernie Sanders, we are all here because we are subsidizing the millionaire and billionaire class. And even though we might want to turn down for what or lose yourself, you must remember that somewhere there are people who cannot lose themselves because they cannot afford health care in this country. I'm just... And then, here, mind you, because this is night 2 of me getting high. Okay, so that was night 2 of this, right? So, needless to say, when Bernie came in, I kept saying there were things Bernie wasn't going to say, and then Bernie would say. He kept, like... Dread Jason Todd in the TikTok chat is like, lose yourself, but do not lose sight of the fact that we need universal health care in this country. You may turn down somewhat, not for what, you must turn down somewhat so that you'll be able to hear the protesters who have a right to be here. They have a right. And they cannot turn down for anything. I'm wanting to make sure we all know that even though we are here, they are not like us because we believe in the idea of universal health care. But Bernie will kill a vibe. Bernie will murder a vibe. I'm glad he's there. Don't get me wrong. I am so glad that he's there. But Bernie Sanders will murder your vibe. Bernie will take your vibe out back, beat the shit out of it. By the time it comes back, like, I don't even want to play no more, Bernie. Damn. I was about to get blunted. You over here saying all that. You're on my nerves. Like, I just want you to know. Yes, this is not New York. We are not here from the places that dreams are made of. However, we do need to have the dream of being able to have a livable wage here in this country. I just want everybody to remember it is a New York state of mind because New York is the home of some of the largest unions here in America. So I do have a New York state of mind when it comes to that. Like, they had to put Chuck Schumer in there because Bernie would have killed that whole crowd. Bernie would have murdered that crowd. But Bernie went up there and was saying stuff I didn't think he was supposed to be. I was like, yo, Bernie, hey, the billionaires are in the room, Bernie. Ew. Bernie was up there throwing it. Listen, Bernie was throwing everybody under the bus. He threw it. Bernie didn't give a damn. And that's why I like it. I don't want him as president because he's as old as Obama. I mean, not Obama, but old as Biden. But, like, Bernie, listen, Bernie's the guy that you let Bernie do Bernie. And he's going to make all the donor class in that whole room uncomfortable. You're going to see people going, ooh, should we be giving a check to these people? Ooh. It's like, Bernie's the Democrats' id. They're like, hi, my name is President Biden, and I'm calling to see if I can get some campaign donations from you. I'll give you $100,000, and I just pamper me. It's like, yes, okay. Hey, Bernie, want to speak at the Democratic National Convention? Actually, I was thinking that I will speak at the Democratic National Convention because I do believe we have lost sight because of euphoria, as in what Kendrick Lamar would say. But it is time for us to remind ourselves that much like what Kendrick Lamar said, they are not like us because we do not like the donor class. Like, Bernie, listen, Bernie will mess up a wet dream. That's all I'm going to say. Bernie Sanders will F up a wet dream. But the Obamas showed up and listen, can we just give them the Iron Throne? The Obamas go there. They go there so elegantly that you kind of, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, you really have to think about that. The Obamas go there. They don't play. Let's start off with Michelle. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama is a national treasure, and we don't deserve her. We don't deserve Michelle Obama. We genuinely don't. I'm not even going to front. We don't deserve that one. We don't. One of the nicest first ladies. You know, she's one of the nicest first ladies. She's one of the most intelligent first ladies. She's one of the most beautiful first ladies. She's one of the most poised first ladies we have ever had in this country. Kiwi Bird over in the YouTube chat was hanging. But she doesn't come to play with you people. Like, she ain't messing with y'all. Michelle said somebody might want to inform him that the job he's trying to go for might be one of them black jobs. Patty Cakes. Hey, Patty, send me a DM so I can unblock you. I apologize. I keep trying to find you, and I keep forgetting what the hell I'm doing. Like, when she said that, I was like, yo, one of them black jobs? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Kiwi, what's happening? Hey, Kiwi, I got to send you my address so I get that coffee cup from you. But she, and see, that's the thing. You can't even call Michelle Obama an opening act for Barack Obama, for President Obama. You can't even call her that. You can't. If anything, it's the other way around. Obama's the closing act for that. Like, Michelle come in and just like, let me leave everything on fire. I love you, baby. And then don't the Obamas look happy? Don't they look like they genuinely love each other? Like, through thick and thin, it's just been them. Their faith in God, their faith in their own relationship, their love of their children. Don't they look like they actually genuinely love each other, like they really do like each other? She even called him the love of my life. You know, he calls her his best friend. So Like, they genuinely look like they love each other. It kind of reminds me of the contrast that we saw between the Carters and the Reagans. Like, Jimmy and Rosalind Carter really looked like they loved the hell out of each other. Like, they were crazy about each other. You know, and you got to remember, Jimmy Carter has knew Rosalind since he was a toddler. Okay? He was barely walking and walked across the thing to go see Rosalind when she was first born. That's how long they knew each other. Okay? And she was there with him, he was there with her, and they just looked like they loved each other so much. And then you see the Reagans. The Reagans look like they was put together. They do. They look like Westworld characters. They look like they were put together.
Nancy. It sounds weird when I say it is Nancy. Okay, Ronnie.
They might have been loving, but they really didn't act like it. You know what I mean? They really didn't look like it. You look at the Obamas. They look like they love the hell out of each other. They do. They really look like they love each other. The Bidens. Jill and Joe look like they really love each other. I'll even go you one better. I'll go you one better. The Bushes. Let's start with Daddy Bush and Barbara. They really look like they loved each other. Like they were happy to be around each other. Good morning, Emily H. over in the TikTok chat. George W. looks like he loves Laura. Like they really, really love each other, right? Donald Trump looks like he can barely stand Melania. And Melania, every day, Melania's face looks more and more like, Donald, if you've ever pulled this again, I'll never speak to you. Like every day, she gets closer and closer to looking at Donald like she gonna say out loud, Donald, I never wanted this life. I just wanted to be a rich woman in the Trump Tower. But you came up with this bullshit, Donald. I never wanted this, Donald. They don't look happy at all. They look like they in a gulag together. Them two right there, they look like they hate each other. Like every day, Melania looks like she tells him right before she goes outside, Donald, don't touch me. I'm telling you right now, Donald, don't put your hand out to me. I don't want to hold your hand. I don't want to go into these places, Donald. I hate these people. But Melania, I'm trying to be powerful again. Trying to make America great. Donald, you can't even make our sex life great. I'm not trying to hear from you, Donald. Don't touch me. Just walk your ass in front of me, Donald. I don't want to talk with you. Melania, why are you staring at Justin Trudeau? I'm looking at something I can never have, Donald. Donald, I can never be with him. So no, I can look all I want, Donald. He's Justin Trudeau. He's very attractive. They don't look happy at all. Listen, how you win everything and still look miserable? They look like Tony Montana and Alvida. Remember what they look like at the table? Can't you see what's happened to us, Tony? We're not winners. We're losers. That's what they look like. How you win the presidency and y'all look depressed? That's what you're supposed to look like before you get to office, not after. Like the hell kind of crap is that? They look like they hate each other. But anyway, so here comes former President Barack Obama. First thing he does, he gives his flowers and his props to his former vice president, the current president of the United States, which absolutely 100% Joe Biden deserves. He does. He deserves that. And then he went ham. He went ham. First off, ladies and gentlemen, okay, Barack Obama think he's slick. He tried to get that hand thing in. Barack Obama talked about Donald Trump's dick, and which listen, Barack Obama talked about that man's penis, and we just all sat there and just watch it happen. We just watched it happen. It's like when somebody, you know how when you see your friend get knocked out, like we watch your friend get punched in the mouth, and there's nothing you can do about it, you just watch it happen? That was us. He smooth put that up in there. Barack Obama's not slick. He knows what he's doing. That man literally said, his weird obsession with crowd sizes. Oh, bruh, you, Mr. President, I will have you know, Mr. President. We caught that. We caught all of that. We caught the whole thing. We caught it. Like, bruh, you wasn't slick. I don't think he was trying to be slick, to be honest with you. But he talked about the readiness of Kamala Harris, and he also talked about he talked about hope over fear. And can we be honest? That's what the Republican Party is offering. More fear. Like, why are y'all afraid of everything? The brown people, the guns, the weapons, just scared. Just scared. And I was thinking about the speakers that they've had so far, as opposed to the speakers on the Republican side. I want y'all to understand, Hulk Hogan was the keynote speaker. Am I the only one to notice that? That Donald Trump had Hulk Hogan as his keynote speaker. The keynote speaker was Hulk Hogan. Let me tell y'all something. This is how y'all know my funeral won't even be serious. Okay? They got me in the casket in the front, they done read the obituary and stuff. And if my eulogy is given by a man in a Batman cosplay, the funeral's not serious. Everybody go have a drink. Please go laugh. Go laugh now. Go laugh. Like, the keynote speaker was freaking Hulk Hogan. If I die, right? A bunch of people are invited to my funeral. They're gonna live stream it because I'm a Z-list, Z- list person, whatever. And you guys are listening and y'all are crying. People in the comment section going, man, really gonna miss the villain, man. This is great. And they play a little, play some music and stuff. And then they go, and now the eulogy. Now, mind you, my wife, no. My brother, no. My older sister, no. People that knew me, no. Here is the keynote speech about Thomas Bishop, a.k.a. Thomas the Villain, brought to you by this He-Man cosplayer in He-Man cosplay to talk about Thomas Bishop. Y'all better break out a drink. Y'all better break out a damn drink. Y'all better tell somebody, hey, it's a party. It's a party. He obviously wasn't serious about this shit. It's a party. But the keynote address for Donald Trump was Hulk Hogan. And what did Hulk Hogan do? The same shit you've seen Hulk Hogan do for 11,000 years. Rip his shirt off. That's it. Rip his shirt off. Because none of the other shit he said was exciting. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like he broke down new barriers. He's like, when I saw that my hero was shot, brother, it got me mad, brother. And then let Trumpomania, like, you in that shirt, you almost lost that fight with that damn shirt. Trumpomania almost whooped his ass. Because that shirt was not coming off. That shirt was not coming off the way it used to. It used to be a smooth transition. Hulk Hogan would just go, and the shirt would come off.
Real American nipples.
Now, these shirts is whooping his ass. I just want somebody to spray one of these shirts with, like, that invisible glue and then give it to him. And let him try to rip it off. Like Gorilla Glue that you can't see, like you just coat the whole shirt in Gorilla Glue. Let Trump. It won't come off. It won't come off. I just want to see that one time. Just one time. Somebody, so get one of those shirts that, like, with the fabric that doesn't rip. Just one time. Just embarrass the hell out of it. But we heard from the second husband, Doug Emhoff, who is Kamala Harris's husband, he seems so happy. He really does. I am trying to have a good day, Tunnel Steve. I am trying to have a good day. Just the roll call difference alone. Patty over the YouTube chats. Just the roll call difference alone was enough for me. Exactly. Listen, y'all can say what y'all want to about the Democratic Party, and trust me, I have. I continue to say what I want to about them because the hell they gonna do. But you at least have to admit they at least act like they like each other. They act like they like their fellow Americans. The Republican convention always seems like an exclusive party featuring potatoes in a raisin salad. The potatoes in the raisin salad. Did I just say that? I just said potatoes in the raisin salad. I just said potatoes in the raisin salad. I ain't drinking enough of this coffee. I'm not drinking enough of this damn coffee. Or either that or I'm still high. I don't know. But raisins in the potato salad, a lot of Natty Light and Blood Light, brought to you by Forgio Blow. A lot of Kid Rock jockstrap. That's what it's. That's the Republican convention reminded me of Kid Rock's jockstrap. It was just a lot of oh my goodness, a lot of mullets. Lot of mullets. Lot of mullets. Lot of angry men talking about taking something back. A lot of women complaining about, gay people. A lot of that. A lot of talk of, we will destroy you. The Democrats at least make you think, hey, our policies might screw you, but at least we care to tell you. We want you guys to, duck. Why do you think we keep bringing Bernie out every year? Bernie kills the mood, kills the vibe. He makes sure everybody knows this stuff is not to be played with. I just want you to know, even though Kendrick won the battle against Drake, we are still not winning the battle against climate change. Oh my goodness. J.D. Pritzker spoke last night. J.B. Pritzker spoke last night, the governor of Illinois. J.B. Pritzker looks like the guy that used to crack skulls. I don't know why. But he just looks like the guy that, he reminded me of Governor Kingpin. The whole time he was speaking, I'm thinking this man has beaten the shit out of somebody. J.B. Pritzker has put them paws on somebody. Just the way he holds his hands, he just reminds me of Wilson Fisk. Like Governor Fisk. He just has this, he has these hands. It just looked like J.B. Pritzker beats the shit out of people. I really do honestly think J.B. Pritzker, am I the only one? Am I the only one? And what the hell happened to the governor of Wisconsin? Yo! What happened to the governor of Wisconsin? How did he mess up so bad? Is he not used to being out in public? Man's got up there and screwed up everything. He screwed up how many delegates. He screwed up the count of the delegates. He screwed up who they was giving. He was giving them delegates to. He was like, at one point he was like, blah, 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 blah. Oh shit! He's rebooting. The governor of Wisconsin is rebooting. Get him! He remembered the Green Bay He remembered the Green Bay Packers. He did. He remembered them. But then, he forgot, the Milwaukee Brewers are in Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Bucks are in Wisconsin. He forgot all kinds of shit. And then he was he forgot how many delegates. He forgot who the delegates was going to. He forgot where the delegates was coming from. Like, he forgot all kinds. He was like, and then when he said, whoop, 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 I said, oh, shit.
System down.
I was like, man, your mans is out there. Go get him. Out there looking like Carl Lewis when he sang the national anthem. I'll get him next time. Oh, no, you won't. That ship has sailed. Mans was gone. Your mans was gone. He's like, wee. Like you can see the shutting down. You can see the circle, like when your computer is rebooting. Like when you do too much on your computer, you get the circle, or that shit looked like it was shutting down. I was like, we gonna have to reboot the whole governor. His ass was gone. What the hell? Listen, DC and Puerto Rico need to be states. I said what I said. There. I said exactly what I said. Because how in the hell how is the District of Columbia not a damn state by now? These people brought us go-go. Come on, man. Come on. And Puerto Rico? Oh my goodness. Some of the greatest people we've ever had in this country are of Puerto Rican descent. Clemente, Sonia Sotomayor, Damian Priest, the wrestler Damian Priest is Puerto Rock. Man, make Puerto Rico a damn state. Stop playing. 52. This 50 state shit. What's wrong with y'all? Listen, you mean to tell me Zelina Vega? Zelina Vega and Damian Priest. That's two reasons enough right there to make Puerto Rico a 52nd state. Listen, you have not lived in this world until you have drove on the Autobahn at high rates of speed with a Dominican playing Bad Bunny over and over and over again at high levels of volume on the way to Berlin. Okay, you have not. I don't know what the name under something. Oh, blah, blah, yo. Like literally, I was in a car on my way to Berlin on the Autobahn. With a crazed Dominican man who I love him to this very day. To this very day, I love that man to death. But he played one Bad Bunny song over and over and over again. He almost blew out the speakers. So I'm having to try to navigate the fact that I'm listening to Bad Bunny keep going while we're swerving in and out of Autobahn traffic. And if you haven't been on the Autobahn, the minimum speed is, the minimum speed is yes, and the maximum speed is, yeah, okay. Like, come on, man. You ever lived. And that in and of itself is enough to make Puerto Rico state number 52 and make D.C. state number 51. I know the Republicans don't like it. There'll be more blue states than red states. Yeah, bitch, there should be. There should be. Keep that shit. We should contain that shit to the South. We should. Everybody else can live normally. Y'all can contain that bullshit down there. But anyway, so J.D. Pritzker looks like he's ready to throw hands. And American Samoa. Lemanu. I love my American Samoans. I'm sorry. Pedro Morales. Thank you, Chris Lotus, over in the YouTube chat. Puerto Rico should have been made a state just because of Pedro Morales. Listen, I love my Puerto Rican people, my American Samoa people. Oh, I love y'all. Listen, I listen to Shepherd's Rain in the truck by myself. Lemanu is still my shit. Still. If the whole Hawaii family is a reason to make American Samoa. You can make their state number 53, American Samoa. Lemanu. Listen, I listen to Lemanu all the damn time in the car by myself. I'm not joking when I say this. I love my American Samoan people. I love them. I love them with everything in me. I love my Samoan folk. I do. Down in my soul, I love y'all. I love the hell out of you. But American Samoa showed up and showed out last night. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That was a celebration. All we needed was a pre-turf Dave Chappelle dressed up as Rick James and goes, celebration, bitches. Celebration, bitches. We the DNC, bitch. Can we still say that joke without, you know what I mean? Like, Guam! My Guam, what do we call a Guatemala? What is the plural of a person from Guam? I need help with that. I need somebody to help me with that. I do. But we needed that. We needed it's a celebration, bitches. Be part of the DNC, bitch. Enjoy yourselves. We're the baddest. We got the best candidate and the best vice president of all history. Hold on, drink, bitch. Like, walk up and lick a Republican's face. I'm part of the DNC, bitch. Enjoy yourselves. The plural of Guatemala. No, that's Guamian. Guamanians. I can't even. Guamanians. People from Guam. Listen, I'm just going to call y'all people from Guam. Because Guamanians, it just sounds like that. I know y'all don't get down in hip-hop like I do, but that Juan Delilah song that Drake was just on here recently, every time I say Guamanians, I think of that song. Juan Delilah. I don't want to do that no more, but anyway. So, it was a celebration. It was literally a celebration. It really, really was a great damn time. Had by all. It was just fantastic. And the Republicans couldn't wait to shit on it. First off, CNN, I don't know who that Jeffrey cat is, but get his bitch ass off the stage. Who is this dude? You know what? I'm going to say something. Yeah, because I can. I'm going to say something. Upon further review, seeing what the opposite of this is, yeah, I want some more radical. Yeah, I want more radical. I do. I want the most radical shit you can possibly get. Yes, Kamala Harris and a radical idea. She ain't got enough radical for me. She don't. You want some radical shit? Here's some crazy radical ideas. Raise the taxes on rich people so they can't afford a yacht with another yacht in it. But a man who works 40 hours a week and a wife who works 40 hours a week can afford to actually pay off their house in their lifetime and not have to wait and pass the debt on to their kids. There's something radical. Oh my God, the liberals and the radicals idea. Yeah. Here's a radical idea. I don't think you should, if your ass has ever threatened to unalive somebody, I don't think you should own a gun. I don't. Oh shit, this radicalism. Yep. Here's a radical idea. If Congress gets a raise, so does the American working population. Every time Congress puts themselves in for a raise, whatever it is, whatever the percentage is, that's the percentage that the American worker should have raised. There, radical. Woo! That's radical. The radical liberal. Here's a radical one. Here's a radical idea. I think the conversation around what's going on in the Middle East should not be focused on religion, and it should be focused on politics. Benjamin Netanyahu is the Donald Trump of Israel. And that man deserves to go, and Israelis are saying the same thing. Woo! Radical! Look how radical that is. Look at my radicalism. Here's something radical. I don't think we should be stockpiling weapons for a war against China that we know ain't going to happen because, heaven forbid, mutually assured destruction. Instead, I think we should actually start doing the plowshare thing that Dwight D. Eisenhower wanted us to do. I think the military-industrial complex should be cut in half. And I think defense contractors should be banned from doing anything other than making what we order. Look at that radical. Oh, it's so radical. No, it's so leftist and liberal. Yep, it damn sure is. Here's some more radical. Unless you can find a definitive reason why, I don't think you should own more than one AR-15, and you should have a damn excuse for why you need it in the first place. Shotgun, we know that can be used for hunting. Handgun, we know that can be used for home protection. AR-15, who is chasing you? El Chapo? If El Chapo is not trying to come for your damn house, your dumb ass don't need an AR-15. Woo! Look at all this radicalism. It's so radical. Ah! It's radical. Ah! Here's some radical for you. No more banning books. If little Timmy is uncomfortable with hearing about history, then tell little Timmy to get the hell over it because it's part of that history of that country he thinks so damn great. No more banning books. Teach the true history of every atrocity this country has ever made. Because if you do not know where you have come from, you do not know where your ass is going. Woo! Radical! Oh my God! Radical! Ah! Here's some more of that radicalism. I think you should spend more time worrying about your child being unalived at the hands of a goofball with a weapon than you are about trans people taking a shit in a bathroom. Leave them the hell alone. Leave them alone, because we can go back to trans-only bathrooms. Then your bitch ass is going to be crying because the trans-only bathrooms are going to look 10 times better than your little raggedy ass shit. Woo! Look at this radicalism. It's so radical. How can he say these things? It's so radical. Shall I continue? I don't think there's a politician in America that's as radical as me. I'm so sick of hearing that shit. I'm so sick of hearing it. What you get from any Democrat, I don't give a damn who they are, is middle of the road centrism. Centrism. Everybody has to be taken care of, including the donor class. Everybody has to be taken care of, including the limited amount of people that can afford to own an AR-15. Every conversation has to be centered around a bunch of stupid ass people who don't understand the concept of ain't no woman going out on a Friday, having sex on a Friday night, and then going, girl, I think I missed my period. Time to go walk in to get an abortion. It doesn't happen that way, stupid. Nothing ever happens that way. They're too damn expensive. Woo, radical. Yep, I'm radical as hell. I'm more radical than any damn politician walking around here today. There, I said it. There, I said it. I am tired of having conversation. I don't think if you don't have a uterus, I don't think you should be in a damn abortion conversation. There's some radical shit. There you go. If you want to contribute as a dude, you need to show the papers where you got your stuff snipped. Because if you ain't got if you ain't had the snipping, you can't tell a woman what to do with her own damn body. You need to put some skin in the game, or in this case, them nuts. There, radical. Woo! So radical. Oh my goodness. If it was any more radical, I just don't know what we would do with ourselves. The hell out of here with that bullshit. Every time we turn around, her radical ideas, her radical. Yeah, I think we should. We have gone way too conservative and quiet. We always got to come to the table with some shit. Always got to come to the table and ask, can we please think about the working class of America? Yeah. But to say that out loud, hey, I don't think y'all ass should be working. I don't think you should own a company in the United States that isn't allowing for unions. That's radical. Yep, it is. It damn sure is. It damn sure is. Hey, Walmart, if you can't afford to allow unions, maybe you shouldn't exist. That's radical. Yep. If you are a company working in the U.S., every worker underneath you should be able to unionize. And if you don't like it, maybe you shouldn't be in the United States. Radical. Yep. I said exactly what the hell I said, and I ain't taking none of it back. Everybody always talk about radical. Oh my God, Kamala Harris's radical idea. She ain't had, listen, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, they ain't had enough radical for me. They ain't had enough radical for me. I want FDR radical. I want Teddy Roosevelt antitrust radical. I want Dwight D. Eisenhower 91% tax rate on the billionaire class radical. If you really want to go there, then we can go all the way there. We can go all the way there. That's 2 Republicans and a Democrat. Listen, messing with me, I'll keep the whole block fed. My ideas will feed generations. Play with me. You talk about this radical. Oh, it's so radical. Oh my God. Kamala Harris's radical ideas. My ideas make Kamala Harris's ideas look like Donald Trump's ideas. I'll give you some radical. You want radical? Listen, I'll give you radical and make your damn head hurt. I think the CEO is the most worthless human being in any damn company on the face of the earth. And I think if your ass get a golden parachute when your ass land, you need to break bread. Ooh, so radical. Radical. I think capitalism should have a socialism dog collar. At a certain point, if a bank is too big to fail and that bank is too big to exist, break that bitch up or nationalize it. Woo, radical. So radical. Oh my God, he's so radical. Woo, he's so radical. Yep. But that's the argument. That's the argument against anything that would help the working class. It's radical. It's radical. What is this running radical and witch hunts? The hell? They are worth more than the people they employ. Some of y'all in these TikTok chats might get, you know what I mean? Here's something radical. If you are so worried about mental health, then here's what you do. Since you gotta own this weapon, we tax that bitch heavily. And we take that money and put it into mental health facilities and to strengthen the mental health safety net in this country so that young men do not feel like they have to go grab a pew-pew and unalive a bunch of people simply because, oh, well, you know, I'm feeling bad about some stuff. So radical. Oh, so radical. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Sometimes you have to do what is considered normal in any other country is considered radical here in America. What is considered normal in any other country is considered radical here. Make that make sense. Somebody please make that make sense. It should be, hey, I will smack shit you. I ain't having it out of you two. See, even the dogs are being radical. Why is it that insulin companies can use government subsidies to create these new and inventive ways to use insulin, go all over the world, it's pocket change or under double figures or $5 or $2 or whatever. Over here it's $1,000. Sounds to me like price gouging. And I think if you're a company that does that shit, I don't give a damn what health insurance company you work for or what pharmaceutical company you work for. If you gouge the prices on people who actually gave you subsidies to help create that damn thing, your bitch ass goes to jail. Radical.
He's so radical, girl. Girl, he's so radical.
Yep. And you will not hear any politician say that shit out loud. I do. I'm radical as hell. I'm so sick of that, though. Kamala Harris's radical ideas. As opposed to Donald Trump's none. Donald Trump's ideas are fascist. The Heritage Foundation is like a bunch of damn crows or vultures. They're just waiting for the body to drop so they can eat on it. But nobody ever calls them radical. I think coming up with an entire program that turns the president into a king is radical. And I don't think it should be allowed. I don't think it should be allowed. Maybe it's just me. I don't think it should be allowed. I think if you have a 501c3 or whatever that requires you not to be in politics and you come up with something that has the former president of the United States name in it, and you come on television and you say we're in the midst of the second civil war or the second revolution, will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be, and you have tax exempt status, you shouldn't after that shit's posted. After that video's posted, you are no longer 501c3 tax exempt. Bitch, we coming up in your, we gonna go up in your ass with a fine tooth comb. If you spent more money on sandwich trays than you should, bitch, we gonna tax your ass like the government. We tax that ass. That's radical. There, I said it. That's radical. I don't think you should be a religious organization talking about politics. Zitlag, I'm looking at your punk ass too. They should be combing your donor list, and they should be taxing that ass. They should be taxing y'all so hard that we put y'all ass out of that stratosphere where you could buy a damn Supreme Court justice. In fact, here's another one. I think if you have enough money to where you could get access to a Supreme Court justice and the rest of us have to have a trial or a case in front of them, bitch, you get taxed at 70, 80%. Taxing that ass. Woo, radical. It's always radical when we want to help the American people. It's never radical when it finds another way for a corporation or a business or something to overturn or do something to our freaking elections. Come on, man. Come on, man. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I'm sick of that shit. I am so sick of that. That conversation pisses me off more than any damn thing. Because all I've heard, I heard it a month ago from the Republicans. I've been hearing it ever since from them same Republicans during the Democratic National Convention. Radical this, radical that, radical this, radical that. Here's a question. Why is it only radical when it comes to the people? When it comes to something that helps the populace, the majority of us, it's radical. But when it helps a select few, all of a sudden that's perfectly normal? Nah, son. Flip that shit. Flip it. Flip it. Kevin Roberts, as soon as his ass walked off that damn stage, the IRS should have been up his ass like a colonoscopy. Hi, Mr. Roberts. We hear that you're the president of the Heritage Foundation. Well, yes, what is this about? You guys have tax-exempt status, and yet you're trying to do something into our presidential elections. Well, we don't know what you're talking about. This is not, doesn't Project 2025, that 920 some odd page thing, doesn't it have Donald Trump's name in it about over 300 times? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and audit you guys, every single member and the organization as a whole. Radical. There you go. You want some damn radical? There's some radical for that ass. The rest of the world is sitting there looking at us as this underdeveloped ass nation. And all we hear about is what's radical. That's so radical. Her ideas are so liberal and radical and communist and so. No, they're not. They're common sense. They're common sense. We have given the rich and powerful a leg up, 2 legs up, a crotch up, an ass up. We've given them all kinds of ups. It's time for us to chop the tree down. Their little clubhouse has been sitting up in them branches for far too long. It's now a club mansion. It's not even a damn clubhouse up there anymore. So now it's time to chop down the damn tree and bring that whole damn clubhouse down with their ass on the behest of the American people. Bernie Sanders should not be the only person saying this. And it damn sure shouldn't be radical when we actually say something that helps and affects the lives of the American people on the damn ground and the lives of people around the world that we ourselves should be in solidarity with, but instead we're told we got to ignore them even though their plight is screwed up because of us. There's some radical for that ass. There's some radical for that ass. Go ahead, let me reset this show, but before I do, let me go ahead and have my coffee. So how y'all doing? Oh, we good. We good this morning. We are good this morning. Do me a favor. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, like the live, share it. Tell your friends, tell your mama, grandmama, and all them. If they cannot watch me, tell them to go to gcpr.live and look me up. Tell them they can listen to me. Tell them that crazy That crazy, sexy guy with the black fingernails is on the radio this morning. All right. This is the Sound of Coffee on GCPR and streaming exclusively a bunch of places. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the Villain. This show is brought to you in part by Glitterwix, the official candle of Ghost Claw Productions Radio. Go to glitterwix.com. They have candles inspired by some of your favorite TikTok faves. And one of those faves is me. The candle Villainous is inspired by yours truly, Thomas Bishop. Go check it out. Glitterwix.com. I'm going to start doing something. If I don't do it every day, I'm going to try to do it at least every other day. And that is a shout out to a small business or an organization or things of that nature that you guys should really pay attention to. This is called, this is what I like to call GCPR Gives Back. We highlight a small business, or we highlight a shop or something like that is actually doing good works in the world, whether it's they're putting out fantastic merch, whether they are putting out merch for the proceeds that will go to a different organization that might be helping someone in need or something like that, whether it's a person's GoFundMe, things of that nature. I call it GCPR Gives Back. I want everybody to know that this is not just a radio station that is built on profit. It is a radio station that is built on the idea of each one teach one, each one help one, community building and diversity. So there is a gentleman who I will be talking about tomorrow. I don't have all of his information, but I saw that he was giving out t-shirts, and I want to make sure I get all the information before I even say anything. But it touched my heart, and I'm going to make sure people know about it. Yesterday, I did talk about if you were in the Richmond, Virginia area, and you were looking for a gift for your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your significant other or whatever, and you would like to set up a boudoir picture, set up boudoir pictures for them, something that a lot of people who are on their weight loss journey or they're just now coming in and falling in love with themselves, that they do, to go to Bohemian Visions in Richmond, Virginia. You can find Bohemian Visions here on TikTok. It is ran by my very good friend, Bohemian Diva, beautiful, funny, intelligent woman who also happens to be one of the best photographers in Richmond, Virginia, if not in all of Virginia. So if you look up Bohemian Visions here on TikTok, I'm pretty sure she does have a YouTube channel. She also does have an Instagram channel. So please go look her up. And if you are in the Richmond, Virginia area, please go and set yourself up an appointment to, have a photo session with Bohemian Diva and let her show the beauty that you have. So that's something I'm going to start doing. Like I said, I probably won't do it every day, but I probably will try to do it every other day. What I like to call GCPR Gives Back. And I will be highlighting and celebrating small businesses and organizations and things of that nature. J.D. Vance brought up Jeffrey Epstein yesterday, and I made a video about it, but I beyond just the fact that J.D. Vance did that, I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about the Epstein of the world. Okay. So Jeffrey Epstein was not the only person that did what he did. Please understand. He was neither the first, nor will he be the last. He wasn't. Trigger warning. The next couple of things I'm going to be talking about involve abuse. So trigger warning. Okay. So, for J.D. Vance and others like him to have completely changed the optics and narrative of the conversation around Democrat and Republican, to feature things like the Democratic Party is the party of people that harm children, is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen out of any politicians. And I had little to no respect for the Republicans to begin with, but I damn sure stopped respecting them. Let me tell you something. Okay. I was a victim of grooming. I was 16. Like I said, she was 23, 24 years old. Okay. And it wasn't until years later, many years later, that I finally reconciled exactly what had happened to me at 16. Okay. That is one of the most horrible things that a person can ever go through. The young lady, Duval, I cannot remember what her first name is. But on night one of the DNC convention, she talked about being a survivor of that sort of situation. Having to take her first pregnancy test at 12. Okay. And how this was her stepfather that did that. One of the most amazing things, speech-wise, from any human being I've ever heard. But that got weaponized. And that is a problem. Because there used to be a time something like that crossed all party lines. You didn't have to be a Republican or a Democrat to think, I'm gonna whoop somebody's ass. He did what? He did what? I'm a murk him. You didn't have to be a Republican or a Democrat to find that to be disgusting. There used to be a time for this. But now, it's been weaponized just like everything else. It has been used as an excuse to harass, bully, and threaten a segment of society, the trans community. It has been used as a weapon against anybody with liberal or democratic ideas. Just like it was used as a cudgel against people of the Islamic faith, or people in the pagan faith, or atheists, and things of that nature. It was always weaponized. But the physical manifestation of that was supposed to be Jeffrey Epstein. That's not something you're supposed to politicize. That's not something you're supposed to politicize. That is supposed to be one of those things that transcends party. Just like it transcends race, it transcends age, it transcends location, because we're talking about children, the most innocent of us. The most innocent of us. We are all supposed to want to protect them. Not just from some mythical creature that you have built up in your head. Not just from something like, oh, I don't like your political stances, so I'm going to blame you for that. That's supposed to transcend all of that. And instead, J.D. Vance uses it in a throwaway ass line about Kamala Harris. The soul of America is rotted. The soul of America is rotted. Soul. And as long as the soul is rotted, the body can do nothing. As long as the soul is dead and rotted, the body can do nothing. This is what our politics have turned. This is what our politics have turned. And I'm about to get heated. So when it happened to me, I wasn't looking for a Democrat or Republican. I wasn't. I just wanted somebody to tell me that it wasn't my fault. That this didn't make me a man. That I was taken advantage of. It has happened to two of my family members. I've said this before. When it happened to them, we weren't looking for Republicans or Democrats. We were looking for cops. We was looking for vengeance. We was looking for justice. I said before, I'm only sitting here today because I never did get that justice. I never did get that vengeance. Because had I gotten that, I would have been off the streets. You know what I mean? There is no Republican or Democrat today. That transcends race. That transcends sex. Because again, I was the victim of a woman. But I do not go, all women should pay for that. I don't. I don't get mad. I'm not mad at women for what happened to me. I'm mad at her. At her. At her. Every man hears these stories. And instead of them going, I'm not going to take this personal, I want to take his throat. Oh, why you got to blame all of us? Because of that. We swear up and down in this country we care so much about children. We lie to ourselves over and over and over and over and over and over again about what we are doing to take care of kids. But every single day, we find a reason not to do what we're supposed to do. And yet, J.D. Vance can make light of a monster just to score cheap political points. You son of a bitch. You raggedy son of a bitch. You and every person that will support you, you son of a bitch. How dare you? How dare you? That monster had victims. Victims that are still here. His punk ass is dead. They're still here. Still here. It's the same shit y'all did to the families of those who lost kids in Uvalde, in Sandy Hook, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, in Newtown, Columbine. The fact that Alex Jones is still walking around here and not molding in a shallow grave someplace. Oh yeah, free speech, free speech, free speech. But I thought we cared about kids. I thought we gave a shit about kids. I thought it was all about protecting the children, right? It's so about taking care of kids that the Republican vice presidential nominee can make a cavalier ass joke about that man and comparing to Kamala Harris. So while you're doing this, let me remind you of something. Jeffrey Epstein palled around with Donald Trump. Argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Jeffrey Epstein hung out with Donald Trump. Donald Trump hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. There are pictures, there are videos, there is depositions. So while you over here running your damn mouth, please remember, your running mate was your man's. That was your man's man's. That's your boy. And for everybody who is going to spend some part of today in a live someplace, talking about you can have a smorgasbord up to 21 years old, 18 years old. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Keep your mouth closed. Go fill it with tissue. Fill it with cotton and walk your ass on the road. We don't need to hear from you. We good. We don't need to hear from you today. We're tired of you muddying up the waters. We are tired of you muddying up the freaking waters. We're tired of it. Every day, I got to hear some bearded white man tell a woman about what to do with her own damn body. And the vice presidential nominee for one of our two major political parties used a monster to compare him to the current vice president of the United States for no reason whatsoever. For no reason whatsoever. So you don't get a chance to have your cake and eat it too. You do not get a chance to have your cake and eat it too. You don't get a chance to sit up and talk about the heinous acts of people like Jeffrey Epstein and then turn around and just casually use him like a damn grenade. Nah. Mm-mm. No. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. No. We have let y'all sit up and use this against our own fellow Americans. The trans community has had to bear the brunt of your bullshit. The queer community has had to bear the brunt of your bullshit. Meanwhile, the monsters are still in these people's families. Oh, hey, you got to put on a different outfit because we going over to your grandmama's house and Uncle so-and-so's over there, and you know how he is. These stories are real. These stories are real. And you sitting around playing. You playing. Throwing out Jeffrey Epstein. Y'all want to keep bringing that specter up? I'm going to keep reminding y'all asses that Jeffrey Epstein was only hanging out with one person out of the 4 people involved in this year's presidential campaign. Wasn't J.D. Vance, wasn't Kamala Harris, wasn't Tim Walz. It was Donald Trump. You want to go there? Then let's go all the way there. Let's take the blinders off. Let's move the blinders. Let's move. So we need to protect American children from Donald Trump. You want to go there? Then let's go all the way there. Don't go there at all. Let's go there. You want this smoke? Let's go. Let's go. Your mans was out there hanging out with that dude. He is currently flying on Jeffrey Epstein's plane right now. I don't have access to Jeffrey Epstein's plane. There are 3 trans women in my phone right now I can call right now, friends of mine, loved ones. And I guarantee you if I ask any one of the 3 of them, hey, can you get on Jeffrey Epstein's plane? Hell no, I can't get on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. But your man can. You want to keep bringing this specter up? You want to keep bringing this specter up? Then we're going to start reminding you of who your candidate hung out with. We can go there. We can go there now. Bring him up again. Bring him up again. Bring his monkey ass up again. And I'll start flashing out pictures. And then I'm going to ask protect the baby crowd. I'm going to ask y'all a serious question. So, Donald Trump hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. All right. But you about protecting the babies. Protect the kids from the trans people coming in the bathroom. Why are you voting for that man? Why are you voting for him? You ain't got but one time, Ike. You ain't got but one time. I found out something like that is foul, something foul like that is in your damn background. Guess what? You're not getting my political support. You're not getting my financial support. You're lucky if I don't put my foot in your ass. That's what you're going to be lucky as. Call my house if you want to. Call my house. Ask me if I'm going to vote in this next election. Tell me why I should vote for him and watch me short clothesline your ass like my last name is Roberts. First name is Jake the Snake. If that's your man, don't tell me a damn thing about protecting kids. Because obviously you don't give a shit about kids. Because you are really, really, really ready to put that son of a bitch back into the damn White House. You want to keep bringing up Jeffrey Epstein? Then fine. Let's bring him up. Let's bring up the fact that while y'all dumbasses thought that the fight law was going to be the smoking gun and all the liberals and Democrats that were on the plane. The actual evidence in Jeffrey Epstein's trial came out. Barack Obama's name ain't in it. Michelle Obama's name ain't in it. Joe Biden's name ain't in it. Kamala Harris's name ain't in it. Tim Walz's name ain't in it. Jill Biden ain't in it. Neither is George Clooney or Tom Hanks or Oprah or Rihanna or Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Hey, stupid ass. Jimmy's name's not in that, is it? Maybe you should apologize. But you know whose name is in it? Do you know whose name is in it? The current Republican nominee for president of the United States. You want to keep bringing this man up? Okay. Then let's bring him up. Let's bring him up in context. Let's bring him up in context. And while you're at it, maybe keep trans people's names out your rabbit ass mouth. Maybe do that. Because I don't remember a case called the trans woman Epstein trial case. I don't remember a trans woman owning an island. I don't remember a trans woman having a Ghislaine Maxwell type that went out and recruited. I don't remember that happening. I don't remember that happening in bathrooms. I don't. And because it didn't happen and I don't remember it happening, that looked like a white man to me. It looked like a rich white man to me. Not a Kamala Harris. Not a Tim Walz. Nah. No, that looked like another rich white man to me. Kind of like, who would actually fit that description? Oh, that's right. The current Republican nominee for president of the United freaking States. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. You want to keep bringing this man up? Okay. Then let's bring him up. But let's stop bullshitting. The whole reason a lot of you sorry sons of bitches are out here checking out bathrooms and threatening violence in bathrooms is because some of y'all are the worst parents possible. You couldn't protect your kid. You didn't protect your kid. Some of you chose your friend over what your child told you about how your friend did things today. Your bitch ass didn't believe it. Now you're feeling guilty. Now you're going to go and pick on a community that had nothing to do with it. That there is no damn laundry list of this happening over and over and over and over again. But there's a hell of a lot of long-ass laundry lists of this happening with a bunch of white men now, isn't it? Isn't it? Some of y'all believed your friend or your pastor or your coach or your teacher over your own raggedy-ass child. And that guilt has been eating your punk ass up for a while. For a while. A while. Some of y'all still go to the church where that youth pastor touched your child. Some of y'all still associate with that team, that baseball team or softball team where your daughter said the coach touched her. Y'all didn't want to rock the boat. You didn't want to rock the boat. There are people who are coming back and telling you when they're grown adults, this pastor did this to me and my friend. I was 16. My friend was 15. They're telling you this. And your bitch asses is out here shunning them. So that you can wrap your hands around the pastor and pray for him in the name of Jesus. But you think a bunch of trans women want your raggedy ass child. That's guilt eating you up in here. And then there's people like J.D. Vance that'll allow you to keep that lie. So if you want to keep that lie, fine. Hey, I'm not going to stop you. I'm really not. But my job at this point is to remind you. My job at this point is to remind you that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a trans woman. Jeffrey Epstein was not a trans woman. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a trans man. No, Jeffrey Epstein was a rich white man. Isn't that what y'all like to talk about? These rich people, the rich men, that white men that built these things, and we should give them tax breaks and things of that nature. It was a rich white man and his person who set things up that did this to these kids. And there's proof. There's evidence. There's a lot of evidence. And you know who's not in there? Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden's laptop's not in there. Hillary Clinton's emails aren't in there. Donald Trump is, though. Donald Trump is. There's pictures. I posted 3 of them yesterday. Don't act like I can't find more. Don't. And I'm just one ornery black man. There's a bunch of people that got a bunch of information. Some people have actually read the depositions from that Jeffrey Epstein case. Do you really, JD and the Republican Party, do you really want to keep picking this damn scab? Do you really want to keep picking at this scab? Because I'm going to tell you something. When the pus starts coming out because there's an infection, it's not stopping until we take the leg. It's a MRSA infection waiting to happen, baby. Keep bringing him up. Keep bringing him up. Again, trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. But I'm telling you, you want to keep tapping this screen. You want to keep playing with this one? I'm going to fight for every trans woman that I know in my life right now who I love as my sisters. And I'm going to bring up the white man that did it. I'm going to fight for every trans man in my life who is like my brother. And I'm going to bring up the fact that the Republican nominee for president of the United States was good friends with him. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. Y'all better leave this one alone. You better start finding the monsters that are truly in your damn life. You need to start looking at the people in your church, looking at the people in your bowling league, looking at the people in your neighborhood, looking at your kids' coaches, looking at your kids' piano teachers and stuff like that. Y'all better leave the trans people alone. Y'all better leave the trans people alone because people are being nice about things. They're being real nice. We can start naming names. We can start showing patterns. We can show you that, oh, you can think this trans person is in here messing with your kid. And I can show you 5 white guys that will. You can tell me that you think, oh, this trans woman over here is doing something disgusting to kids, or this non-binary white guy is doing something to kids because he said, hi, kids. Jeffrey Epstein actually did the work, didn't he, though? It wasn't no accusations. Jeffrey Epstein actually did it. Did it. While your ass over here messing with one Jeffrey, I can tell you about another one. I can damn sure tell you about another Jeffrey. Play with me if you want to. Y'all better leave this scab alone. Y'all better let this one heal. Y'all better let this one heal because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to remind you every single day until election day that the Law and Order Party nominated a felon, and to protect the babies crowd nominated a dude that might have done something to children while he was best friends with King Pedophile, aka Jeffrey Epstein. Play with me if you want to. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. And again, I'm not the only one. Let me see. Zeno the Bambino, microphone this in your mouth. I ain't playing with y'all this morning. I'm on my bullshit. What do I tell y'all about this show every day? What do I tell y'all about this show every day? It can happen today. It can happen. It can happen. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. Yesterday, I was fighting for black women. Today, I'm fighting for children and trans people. Tomorrow, I might just start fighting for black men, and then every cop that follows me is going to be real mad when I'm done. It can happen today. That might actually be the damn slogan of this show when I start making little stinger ads for it. You just don't know. You do not know. It depends on how I wake up and what I wake up to. It can happen today. Play with me if you want to. Play with me if you want to. I'm done dealing with your dumb asses. I don't know why we're still having these political conversations with stupid ass people. Why do we have to go into live after live after live after live and argue the same points? No, Mr. Penis, you do not have a right to tell a woman what to do with her body. No, Mr. Homophobe, you cannot tell trans people where they can go to the bathroom at. No, Mr. Racist, black people can't be racist to you because you heard the word snow roach. Every day we gotta do this? Nah. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. Listen. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. And let them keep playing around with this Jeffrey Epstein shit. Let them keep playing around with this Jeffrey Epstein shit. And I think it should be high time every single day in every social media post that you have to remind the American people. You don't want to talk about Agenda 47. You don't want to talk about Project 2025. You don't want to tell people about the dangers of Donald Trump. Okay, fine, whatever. But you can damn sure remind them that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump were friends. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. Because somebody stopped me when there's a lie. That's just like somebody saying that Donald Trump has 34 felony convictions is libel. It's true. Did he not get convicted? Were there not 34 felonies? Did he not get convicted of all 34 felonies? Is he not a convicted felon? So the party of law and order nominated a convicted felon. That's not a lie. That is absolute truth. Why you over here trans this and trans that in the bathroom and trans this in the bathroom? You know who wasn't in the bathroom? Jeffrey Epstein. You know who was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein? Donald Trump. Somebody stop me when I'm telling lies. Somebody stop me when I lie. So why can we not know? Why is it that social media influencers, the only thing we can do is play the game by the rules that was set out by somebody who ain't following the rules? J.D. Vance brought that man up. And who brought up Jeffrey Epstein? Who brought him up? That was the vice presidential nominee for the Republican Party. Oh, did you want to talk about Jeffrey? Okay, let's talk about Jeffrey. While y'all was over here worried about this Jeffrey doing this, Jeffrey, because he said something about kids, this one over here actually did something to kids. And one of his best friends was Donald Trump, and guess what? He's in that evidence. All we doing is reminding y'all there's two sides to every story. That's all we doing. That is all we are doing. And if you don't like it, maybe stay in your lane. Maybe stay in a place where you can have these conversations and it doesn't require you to feel embarrassed that you're prepared to nominate and elect a man who has done some harm to children, who hung out with a guy who did harm to children. Maybe, just a little suggestion, maybe stay on policy. Maybe let trans people go to the bathroom and take a shit. Maybe not make the bathroom your battleground, because you ain't ready for it. You ain't ready for it. When we start showing off some of them pictures of them damn white pastors that was arrested for this, that, and the third, you let us find out one of your family members was one of them coaches' victims. You are not ready for those conversations, and some of you know that it isn't trans people that you got to be worried about. Some of you know from firsthand experience it ain't trans people you got to be worried about. It ain't trans people you got to be worried your children around. Some of you know from firsthand experience and you still playing stupid. Y'all want to keep bringing up Jeffrey Epstein and the Democrats? Okay. You won't like it when we start reminding you who Jeffrey Epstein was hanging out with, what Jeffrey Epstein isn't. Y'all ain't gonna like it. My advice, stay out of that one. Stay your ass out of that. Leave that one alone. It's not for the Jew. It's not for the Jew. Leave it alone. So, coming up on the final half of this show. So yesterday I talked about a show that I was watching. It's called Samaran, right? And once they finally sped up to the, the reasoning and rationale for the show, it started to make a lot more sense. And that second season just flew by. I was not prepared for how fast it went, and I didn't like the end. But apparently, in the past, Sahamaran was a serpent, a woman serpent, who fell in love with a human. And she loved him so much that she betrayed her own family. She had a sister. Now, all of these serpents are not serpents, they're basilisks. There's a whole family full of basilisks. There's like a whole thing of basilisks, which scared the shit out of me because I wasn't ready for a basilisk. So, Lilith, her sister, is the crazy mad basilisk, right? So, her sister Samaran, betrays all of the other snakes to go be with this human. Lilith was like, I can't believe you just betrayed me for this human. Well, the human had been hanging out with her, and she was in love with him, he was in love with her, but he wanted to leave. So Samaran said, go ahead and go. Just don't tell anybody about us. For anyone watching along, yes, for anyone watching along, they're basilisks. They're snakes. I'm not going to give y'all the whole show. I'm just going to give you the background into what started. Before the show started, this is what happened. So this human leaves and finds out that the Sultan is sick, and the visor who is supposed to be helping the Sultan is poisoning the Sultan, hence the reason why he's sick. And this human is like, Samaran can save the Sultan. So he's on his way back to go be with Samaran. The visor follows this human and finds this hidden place where the basilisk serpents live, and it's a slaughter. They just go in and kill all of these damn snakes. Now, Lilith, who is Samaran's sister, was put down in a well because Lilith's whole thing was, I'm killing everybody. Lilith was kind of like Doughboy in Boys in the Hood or Old Dog in Menace to Society. Like, her first instinct is, everybody got to die. We're going to kill, everybody got to die. Can't nobody live. Nobody's living after this. Everybody got to die. So Samaran put her in a well. So, needless to say, when the humans showed up, they slaughtered the basilisk and they killed Samaran. So, here's this human like, oh, I'm so sorry. Samaran's like, I tell you what, you came here looking for a cure for the Sultan. Cut my body into 3 parts. Boil my head. That is the cure for the Sultan. The middle part of my body is poison. Boil it and give it to the visor and it will kill it. But my tail, I want you to eat of because that is where my knowledge is. So this human does this. He cuts Samaran in 3 parts, kills the visor, cures the Sultan, eats the tail. He becomes immortal. Okay? He can't die. He can't. Because the guilt of what he had did to his love drove him crazy. Brahman tries to off himself and he just can't. Falls, ends up waking up, that's right. So, and every time he's reborn, his memory's erased. So he's been doing this for centuries. Because this is 100,000 years ago. 100,000, 100 million years ago when Samaran was first there. So the show basically it's like a prophecy thing. There's this very beautiful Turkish professor who goes to this land where she finds her grandfather. And this is after her mother passes away, and she gives him a seed. And by hook or by crook, by the time you're done, you'll realize the importance of the grandfather. But there is this man who is half basilisk, half human, and his name is Moran. And it is destined that he would fall in love with this woman. And the show basically shows how they fall in love and how they fall out of love. And there's a very tragic ending that ends up, it's like the cycle repeats itself. I didn't like the ending only because I didn't like the fact that it's like, oh shit, it's repeating again. Wow, you son of a biscuit eater. But it's a pretty good show. It is a pretty good Netflix show. I am going to finish watching Deadly Roulette on Hulu. It's basically a Squid Game knockoff where basically there's a guy in a mask. He's giving away money. The name of the show, the name of the show on Netflix is called Samaran. You believe me when I tell you, just look for half snake people. You'll find it. Deadly Roulette is on Hulu. I'm gonna finish watching that. That's getting pretty good. That is getting really, really pretty good. They are now stuck trying to kill this one dude, and everything that they do is just worse than the last person. Okay, I didn't know. Listen, spearfish have been brought up. Spearfish, not spearfish, but cuttlefish poison has been brought up. A bomb has been being made. Okay, like boobity boom bomb, right? So I think they got new episodes on there. I'm gonna go see if they have like at least one new episode. I told y'all I got my love of like Korean films from like Old Boy, the original Old Boy. If you haven't seen the original Old Boy and not the Spike Lee remake with Josh Brolin, you need to go watch the original Old Boy. That right there, I was not prepared for how good it was, and I damn sure wasn't prepared for that. The ending of Old Boy really, really, really did something to me. What's the name of the show on Netflix again? It's called Samaran. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Let's see. S-R-A-N. All right, let me see. Let me see if it pops up. Yep. Come on. That's it. It's called Shahmaran. That's what it's called. It's Turkish. It's Turkish. Shahmaran. Yes, Shahmaran. That's it. And it's a great show. I liked it. I just didn't, again, I ain't like how it ended. Like, I was really, really upset how it ended. Now, the actor that they had playing Maran, he kind of, I don't really know how to describe this dude, man. But he has that smoking sensuality thing going on. Like, it just looks like, I don't know, man. I can't think of an American. He's like a Turkish Idris Elba. That's what he reminded me of, a Turkish Idris Elba as Luther. You know what I mean? So there's that. But yeah, that's the name of the show. Um, I loved Old Boy. I loved Old Boy, but I really got into a lot of Korean shows when I was in Korea. Um, like their soap operas, in Korea are just hilarious. They're all like period pieces and stuff. You know. Um, be safe, Real Radical. Be safe. But yeah, they have some really cool ass shows. I like. Oh yes, okay, Patty, thank you. Oh snap, we had DJ Hell Rock Mashups has become a subscriber over on the YouTube page. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, like I like shows like that. Like I told y'all, me and my wife was watching Dark on Netflix when it was like the thing that everybody was talking about. Dark, like I can't wait to see another Dark. And then it just kept twisting me until I just couldn't twist anymore. I was like, yo, man, I gotta get up out of here, man. I gotta get up out of here. Kingdom, yes, Kingdom on Netflix. Netflix still owes me a second season of Muhammad Jesus. They do. Oh snap, Kiwi Bird, Kiwi. Hey, Kiwi, I'm gonna send you my address when you wake up. And like I said, if you can give me the biggest New Zealand coffee cup you can get your hands on, please do. Please do. Yes, Patty, I got it. Listen, I got way twisted. Dark had my ass out here doing some stupid shit. Like I was just like going, okay, so who's related to who and why is he having sex with himself? And they're like, like, hey man, just get me a certain place and then bring me back. Don't have me out around there. But Sahara was a quick watch. It's only got 2 seasons. But it's really great. Kingdom, the one with the zombies, the Korean zombies. I'm mad I didn't get a second or third season of that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Netflix is full of shit. They'll renew some shit I don't want to watch, but they won't renew the shit that actually looks good. Like that Kingdom show. Yes, I did see Train to Busan. I ever tell y'all I was on a Train to Busan when my sister sent me the link to Train to Busan, which is a zombie flick, and I was like, Linda, for real, like I'm on a train right now. Why are we doing this? It was the 4th of July that we spent over in Korea. Me and some friends of mine, we went down and actually had a great time in Busan. Busan was beautiful. It was quite funny because I didn't have any swim trunks at the time. I'm hanging out with all of my friends. I got on just a regular pair of regular schmegler ass shorts. And I go into the ocean. I come out on the beach, they all staring at me. Like, what the hell are y'all staring? Man, stop, man. That was my friend. I love them. We used to call ourselves the Degeneration X NCOs. We was just a bunch of 5 degenerate E5s. We was awesome. I got hooked up on a lot of just really great television from overseas. Like Germany has some great shows on it, and I like it when they're on Netflix because that way I can just watch them all at once. Like I told y'all I started watching Samaran like Monday night, and I was done with it by yesterday. It was great, man. I didn't like that ending. That ending pissed me off. And it, true love can never be found, that sort of thing. So I'm trying to find new and better shows to binge watch. I'm really digging this Deadly Roulette thing over on Hulu. The dude that they have been trying to off for 3 episodes now, he's got to be made out of cockroach. Like this some bitch. Again, I'm trying to tell y'all, we have had cuttlefish poison and a bomb, and this dude is still here. Like, man, he's still alive. The guy didn't raise it went from 1 billion won. No, it was 10 billion won to 20 billion won to get this man. And they still haven't gotten him. I've watched a little bit of 30 Coins. I've tried to watch a little bit of it. I did restart watching Narcos. I did. The guy they got playing Pablo Escobar is hilarious. And now I remember where I heard Plátano o plomo. Plato o plomo. Listen, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, that means silver or lead. And bro, man, hold on. If you're binge watching Heroes, you're gonna be disappointed at the end of that. I'm telling you right now. I was so mad at the end of Heroes. I was like, man, kind of got me hyped up for this. This is what happened. If you don't get the hell on with that bullshit. But like, I was walking around, like I started rewatching Narcos. I'm just walking around in my house talking to my damn self. Plato o plomo. Plato o plomo. Like, who else in the damn house, Thomas? It's silver or lead, stupid. Which one do you want? That strike ruined everything's could have it. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. If you guys got any recommendations for a good show, good obscure show, let me know. Like, reach out to me. GhostClawProd@gmail.com. Send me some good information, some whatever, because the return of plot a-holes is imminent. I just want y'all to know. The return of plot a-holes is coming. The four horse people of bad movies. We are returning. Y'all can hear us coming. Y'all can hear us coming. I watched the Flash on CW. It was great till the last couple of seasons. I was like, man, if y'all don't get up out of here with that bullshit. But I'm trying to tell you, the return of plot a-holes is imminent. All we're doing right now is just nailing down time and what movies we're gonna be watching. But the return is coming. I am hyping that up right now. The return of plot a-holes. Formerly plot holes, formerly talking shit with assholes. It is coming back. We have combined the two. And the four horsemen of bad movies, we are about to be on. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. Be on the lookout for that. All right, so it is almost time for me to end this show and go try to find something good to do this week or today. But before I end, I want to give a special shout out to Agent Riley. For those of you guys who don't know who Agent Riley is, Agent Riley is, we call her Agent Riley because she is part of the Little Shield initiative, initiative. Agent Riley is a beautiful young lady who suffers from cancer and has been battling cancer for years. And she just recently had a round of surgeries that are there to help and help her, try to live a better life. Riley is one of the happiest people I've ever met, and her fight continues. If you guys know who Figs Official is, Figs is the one that makes the little shields for all the agents. The Little Shield Initiative. He's the one that actually makes the shields. He is the one that actually makes the badges for the little agents. King and Queen Lion was the one that introduced Figs to me. I try to hype him up. If I find somebody who is worthy of a shield, or King Lion, or other spotters, if we find people who we think would be perfect for the Little Shield Initiative, we send them into Figs. We get their information. We get them a shield. We get them a badge. It's our way, we celebrate people who stand up to bullies. We celebrate people who have gone through situations where they have been the victims of bullies and they've rose above it. We celebrate people with disabilities. We celebrate young folks that are battling diseases and things of that nature. And it's probably one of the best things that I have ever been a part of, because through King and Queen Lion, who I will always give love and shout out for, because like I said, I didn't know about it until he talked about it. And meeting Figs and having Figs official becoming one of my closest friends. As a matter of fact, Figs is designing my memory box for my career. Figs is helping me design my memory box so that I can have my flags and, you know, my retirement things and stuff like that. Figs is helping me do that. Through these two gentlemen, these two fine human beings, I met Agent Riley, and she calls me Uncle Thomas. I love the fact that she does. Anytime she ever needs help, I will always be there to help her. I try to give her love and encouragement. Her and her family, let them know that they are always, you know, in my thoughts and things of that nature. I know I have a reputation on TikTok as being a very angry person, and I'm very selfish. Somebody even called me a rancid racist F, and he knows who he is. Chicken. Anyway, but things like that are things that I do. I don't do it to bring attention to myself. I do stuff like that to bring attention to the person. So I'm okay with people having a reputation of thinking that I'm this asshole and what have you. I'm okay with that, as long as people like Agent Riley and the other members of the Little Shield Initiative are protected. You can hate me. I don't care. Call me whatever you want, but just don't mess with those kids. If you see me advocating for somebody like Riley or any other child, I don't care what you think of me. I genuinely don't. I genuinely do not. But advocate for them. So I want to give a shout out and I love you to Agent Riley and let her know that I am thinking of you. And like I said, I am going to start doing that on this radio show, or every, you know, like I said, not every day, but maybe every other day, where I highlight a business or a person or a thing, give them some special love to let them know, hey, this person has a business you should frequent, like Bohemian Visions, or this person here is fighting a battle and they need encouragement. So if you go on TikTok and type in Agent Riley, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Go to any of Agent Riley's videos. Give her love and encouragement. Let her know that you genuinely care. Do something good today that's going to make you feel like a better human being. Go to Agent Riley's page and just give her some love. Let her know that you're thinking about it. Riley, I love you. Uncle Thomas has always had your back, okay? Like I said, hate me all you want. I'll be a rancid racist F. Your punk ass won't say it to me. But when I'm doing something like this, sit down. Don't sit down. Just let me do this. So we're coming to the end of this show, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, go to glitterwix.com. Check out, Glitterwix has like candles and shirts made of all of your favorite TikTok personalities. That's one of the coolest things about London and what those guys do over there at Glitterwix. You can see her making the candles at night, and then you can go and buy them the next day, along with t-shirts and stuff like that. London and I are going to get together. We're going to make an official Eat a Jank covered in FU sauce shirt so that you can walk it around and say, did you watch the Jankies and things like that. So go to glitterwix.com. Glitterwix is the official candle of Ghost Claw Productions Radio. I am glad to have them on board. I love you to death, London. Please remember that. So tonight is night 3 of the Democratic National Convention, where we finally get a chance to hear the happiest human being running for any office today. That is Coach Governor Tim Walz, who will officially accept the nomination for Vice President of the United States. I'm going to try not to be high, but I'm pretty sure my wife is going to get me that way. And we will talk about that tomorrow, as well as any other surprises. And I want people to remember, while you are partying, because like it's California, they know how to party, but they also know how to do renewable energies. They know how to invest in renewable energies. Thank you, Bernie. Appreciate that. So yes, like I said, this show has been brought to you by Glitterwix. Go to glitterwix.com. If you like what I am doing here and would like to become a supporter, go to patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. For as little as $3 a month, you can support keeping the lights on, keeping the computer working, and things of that nature. Go to patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop and become a subscriber, or not a subscriber, become a Patreon. Hey, you don't want to do all of that? Just throw around a couple of dollars over at the Cash App. Mr. Bishop 3687, capital M, and Mr. MR, capital B, and Bishop 3687. Throw me a couple of dollars. I'll buy some more coffee. I am going to start doing subscribers on the TikToks. So if you'd like to subscribe, please let me know. As we say every morning, may your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. I really want you guys to know I love you. I want you guys to know that I care about you. I want you guys to try to have the best day possible. Fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. And bring some people along with you. Because you are worth it, they are worth it, things of that nature. My name is Thomas Bishop, and this has been the Sound of Coffee on GCPR. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and please have a fantastic